Hello, listeners. My name is Charles Scott. The program in which you're about to listen to is called Can We Talk? We've been coming on the air now going on like about 3-4 years. We have YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on all of the different venues that you can see. Today we have a guest. One of the programs that's dear to my heart is called Habitat for Humanity. And I ran into this gentleman, Mr. Eugene Gilliard, and he is going to tell you a little bit about himself and some of the programs that they have at Habitat for Humanity. And we're going to have a sort of a lively discussion here. So if you want a home ownership, or if you're looking to find out alternative ways of home ownership or know about Habitat for Humanity, now's a good time for you to learn. With that, I would like to accept you onto my program, and maybe you could tell a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you for having us, Charles. My name is Gene Gilliard. Your name is Eugene Gilliard, but I prefer Gene. I'm the Advancing Black Home Ownership Program Manager for Habitat for Humanity of Coastal Fairfield County. Habitat for Humanity of Coastal Fairfield County has been in existence since 1985, and to date, we've built and refurbished approximately 300 homes in the local area. I started with Habitat in July of last year, and I'm very excited to come aboard. Prior to working at Habitat, I've worked about 30 years in the nonprofit sector, so the transition was fairly easy and seamless for me, but I'm really excited about the ABH initiative that we have going on.
Great, great. You know, for years I've driven around, and I've been in the real estate business for 38 years, and I've seen the empty lots within the community, and it's a win-win for everyone because the city basically has the lots that are sitting there. They're not gathering any taxes or anything like that. And you have right now there's a lot of concern with homelessness, affordable housing. So for years going back, I'd see that, all the people out there actively raising the house from the dust, and
yes,
people actively working on it. And a lot of people out there have heard about Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity is not just a local organization.
No, we're actually an international organization, and I was just recently back from Atlanta where we had our international conference, and I was able to get a lot of great information to bring back that I'm ready to try and implement to help move the needle for black home ownership in the local area.
And Fairfield County, which is basically where my offices are located, and also New Haven County, but in this particular area, and not only this area, but around the country right now, homelessness and affordable housing is a real big concern. And every week, when I come to my audience out here, I've been telling everybody that affordable housing affects everyone, because you can't have a whole lot of police chiefs and a whole lot of high-level management without having workers.
Absolutely.
Workers need a place to stay.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
Workforce housing.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We've been blessed to partner with the city of Bridgeport, where Mayor Ganim has been very, very instrumental in getting properties to us for minimum payment that we've been able to build on. And there's a lot going on in the area. We're about to start building in the Chopsy Hill area soon. And we've also we have 2 bills going on right now in Fairfield.
Now also with the Habitat for Humanity profile, that's why, I would admonish everyone out there to listen to this particular program, because this is not the regular way of purchasing a home where you go out and you gotta wait. I have so many people tell me, oh, I'm waiting until the time is right, or I can't do this now, or I can't do that now. With the Habitat for Humanity model, which we're going to talk about today, which you're going to explain as to how a person can acquire a home through the Habitat for Humanity system. I'm not going to talk about it because I want you to talk about it.
Okay.
But one of the ways in which I was put in touch with you is that there's a disparitancy right now within the different types of groups, and you're trying to promote more home ownership for people of color and black folks. So maybe you can talk a little bit about that. There's a push to get more of people involved like us into the home buying process.
Yes, absolutely. There's such a huge need for affordable housing in the coastal Fairfield County area, as you just stated, where black home ownership is roughly 42%. 42%, which the numbers are extremely low. other people in the community are actually moving ahead and generating generational wealth, where the Black community unfortunately seems to be somewhat at a standstill, and ABH was created specifically around that to address that need.
Now, what do you think is the concerns? Why do you, in other words, maybe you and I know, but the public out there, what is the holdback as to why we do not have more Black home ownership out there?
I think part of it may be people don't have knowledge of the resources available and access to those resources, like coming to Habitat and realizing that they could get a 0% interest loan for 30 years and their mortgage will never be more than 30% of their income. So people think there's so many misconceptions about Habitat, and we're here to clear up those misconceptions. And I invite people, if you have any questions, please send me a text. I'll provide my email address, and you know, I'd love to have a conversation to see how maybe Habitat can help you if you and your family are looking for housing, or we can refer you to someone like Mr. Scott and his realty company if the traditional mortgage and other programs are available for you.
One of the I know issues that a lot of times people talk about is the coming up with the initial startup money. Are there any programs out there that you know of to help the people?
Well, some programs, they have a CHAFA, there's a down payment assistance program, but with Habitat, we have 0% interest down. Mm-hmm. So, but there are resources, and I'm more than happy to connect people that come and they'll have knowledge of those resources.
Now, in Fairfield County, I know there's Habitat for Humanity, some of the other agencies like I work with, maybe Housing Development Fund, and you just mentioned one, CHAFA.
CHAFA, yes.
Do you work with the CHAFA program?
No, actually we don't, but like I said, we're more than happy to connect people to resources. That's part of what I do as my position, mm-hmm. because it's not just advancing home ownership for Habitat. Of course, we would love for people to come and become part of the Habitat family, but if I can connect anyone to any other resources, I'm more than happy to.
Now, one of the things I know that recently there's an initiative and you have put together a committee to sort of assist in bringing more Black home ownership out into the field. What do you find is basically, or some of the reasons I know that you find that people come up with for not wanting to move the bottle further and buying a home, or some objections that people run into?
Excuse me. Well, I think a lot of times it's the fear of the unknown. And we've been very, very fortunate to have an Advancing Black Home Ownership Advisory Committee that we consult with to help us put together a needs assessment tool for the local community. So we're actually really trying to engage and listen to see what the community members actually need and fill in those gaps so we can help move the needle forward.
Now, the local Habitat for Humanity, where are you located at?
We're located currently, at 1542 Barnum Avenue, Bridgeport, Connecticut, 06610. However, as of April the 1st, we will all be at 1785 Stratford Avenue in Stratford, Connecticut.
Oh, you're relocating?
Yes, we'll all be under one roof. The build shop, the restore, and the administrative offices will all be in one spot.
Oh, okay, that's fantastic. Now, some time ago, I know I visited your headquarters and I was totally amazed. You have like I call it like a Henry Ford production assembly in there.
Yes. The members of our construction crew do great work. They are very, very active in the community, and they put a lot of hard work into getting these houses built.
Now, that's one of the things I wanted to get into, because a lot of people out there, you hear the word Habitat for Humanity, but I know when I visited your facility, it's a sprawling, workshop, but I should say more than a workshop. You have, in some sections, a complete house already, yes. What do you call it?
Prefab.
Prefab.
Yes.
How does that work now?
Wow.
Just basically to give an idea, because people hear that word Habitat for Humanity. So it's I was amazed.
Yes. Like I said, they do, the construction crew, they do great work. And the volunteers, we could not do this great work without the volunteers and support of the people in the community that come and volunteer, the organizations that help fund us and keep us in business.
Now, there's basically an initiative and a drive, and this is all about right now trying to get more black home ownership.
Yes.
We find that in the past, it's been kind of challenging, and hopefully by watching this video and you could tell all your friends and other people about the Habitat for Humanity. Now, if they wanted to get involved, would they contact you?
Yes, please feel free to reach out to me. My phone number is 475-450-4067. That is my work cell, and it's pretty much with me and on all the time, so feel free to send me a text. My email is egaillard@habitatcfc.org, and our office number is 203-333-1352, and my 1542. I'm sorry, my extension is 107.
Now, I know that, there's going to be an initiative and you're going to be going into different locations within the community, some of the churches.
Yes.
Doing a series of seminars.
Yes.
I know we recently you attended one of the organizations that I belong to, which is the Minority Business Association, and some of your staff came out there.
Yes.
And you're going to be continuing going around within the community. And tell a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Well, we were very fortunate to be hosted by the Bridgeport Minority Business Association. It was a fantastic event, was very well attended. We had approximately, I want to say 60 to 65 people in attendance, and they were actually part of the focus groups who are helping us develop this needs assessment tool, and we had 50 participants partake of the survey. So that's really been great because we're currently crafting a strategic plan as part of the initiative.
I know in the past, like I said, with me being in real estate prior to even being aware of Habitat for Humanity, one of the drawbacks for market rate housing or affordable housing has been zoning.
Yes.
How do you feel, how does that play into all of this?
Well, that is something that we're really trying to speak and get on board with the local community, the grassroots, with politicians to be able to build in all neighborhoods. Because currently right now we're building on the east end and the east side of Bridgeport, and then now we've also into the north end of Bridgeport and Fairfield, Connecticut. So we're really trying to push the needle and get the local community on board as well, because a lot of times when people hear Habitat for Humanity, there's a lot of stigma that people attach. Oh, well, we don't really want these neighbors in our community, and that's not true, because some people think that Habitat is an extension of maybe a government program or agency, where actually it's not. Mm-hmm. And we're just trying to make everyone realize and have access to the American dream, because I think that's all people really want, is a safe place to raise their family.
I know what I've seen from my experiences is that Habitat raises the community, because
Absolutely.
You're taking in some cases a lot that's been sitting there for years.
Yes.
It's a win for the city, because now the city basically has tax revenue coming in.
Yep.
The lot gets cleaned up, and it's a brand new house there. So this
Yes.
is not a used house. This is not inferior material. This is a really nice looking house, and you have a family that they help put their, what do you call it?
Social equity into the community.
You call it investment.
Yes,
equity. We changed the words.
Right. It used to be called sweat equity, but we're moving away from that language. We're more so now it's called partnership equity, because the homeowners and prospective homeowners are stakeholders. Sweat equity has kind of like a negative connotation, and we're trying to change the narrative around that, like we did with our family selection committee process as well too, where we used to go into individuals' homes. Now we have them come into the administrative offices and meet with the people on our family selection committee.
And this is a non-traditional way of owning a home. You don't have to wait. You know, I have so many people in the past years, they were saying, oh, I'm going to wait to buy. I'm going to wait until this is in place. But while you're waiting, the prices are going up and up and up and up and up. I know a lot of people that have the Habitat homes that purchased in the past. They got a lot of equity.
Yes, absolutely.
They got a lot of equity in those properties.
Absolutely. And people need to be mindful that it's a 0% down, 30-year mortgage. It's a win-win, and it builds better outcomes for people that have permanent, safe, affordable housing. People do better, children do better, communities do better. Mm-hmm. So what we're really trying to do is, like they say, rising tides lift all boats.
You hit that word right there, 0%. What is
0% down?
0% down.
Yep, 30 years. Yep, 30-year mortgage.
And a 30-year mortgage.
Yes.
So this is, you know, that part there where people say, well, I want to wait until I save up $20,000, or I want to wait until I get $20,000 or $10,000 or the closing costs. You're able to put those people in there right now.
Yes. Well, we're building, and we have, I want to say, approximately 20 to 25 families in our current pipeline. Because we try to have people wait no longer than a year to 2 years max. As you know, the pandemic set a lot of stuff back as far as the supply chain and resources and everything. So we're really just now getting back to where we were pre-pandemic.
Now, also, you are going to be putting homes up on, you said, Chopsy Hill Road.
Yes.
I remember going by that spot for years, and I see all this wooded area. It's right on the corner of Chopsy Hill and down from Home Depot.
Yes, absolutely.
Home Depot.
Yes.
I noticed recently they just cleared all the trees.
Yes.
How many homes are you going to be doing there?
I don't know the exact number offhand, but I want to say about 10 units. I want to say about 10 units, no less than 10 units.
And that's going to be all Habitat,
yes.
Developed by Habitat.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the other thing. I remember years ago, Habitat would do like one unit at a time. I notice now there's more multiple units going up at the same time.
Yes.
But that gives more opportunity for you out there and the people out there so that can come into the Habitat, you know, family.
Yes.
And that's what I call it. Like Habitat to me is more like a family.
Absolutely.
Everybody shares, everybody, you know, it's like a village.
It is. It absolutely is, because it takes a village. And once people come into the Habitat family, you're a Habitat member for life. The support is always there, the access to resources and information, and we make ourselves available to the homeowners and the community at large too. So please feel free to reach out to us. We're here to serve.
I also noticed, like Habitat, you also partner with other organizations.
Yes.
For maybe you can explain, like financial literacy.
Yes.
Because sometimes people, maybe their credit isn't ready right now.
Yes.
Or you take people and by the hand and you hold them up and you get them ready. Maybe explain a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Well, we were fortunate to partner with Elevate Financials, two fantastic young gentlemen from Bridgeport, and they've come in since September, and they've worked with prospective homeowners on getting their credit correct, understanding financial literacy and how credit actually works, and developing better financial habits, because once you change your mindset around things, everything starts to change. So these gentlemen have been very, very fantastic and phenomenal in working. We had our first session of people end in January, and we just started up the new session in February. And actually, we just had a meeting this past Thursday, and the next one will be April the 4th, and it'll be at our new location at 1785 Stratford Avenue.
Okay, in case you just tuned in, today my guest is Eugene Gilliard, and he is the
Advancing Black Home Ownership Program Manager for Habitat for Humanity of Coastal Fairfield County, Connecticut.
Now you see why I told him to add that in there, because that's a lot for me to remember. All I know is that he's out there to try and help people and educate people and to get more home ownership within the Fairfield County and this particular area. Especially now there's a drive on to increase more black ownership of homes within this particular area. And this is affordable workforce, but it's a terrific program. And you might want to, like I said, take some notes, give your contact information again.
Yep. So once again, my contact is 475-450-4067. And my email is egaillard@habitatcfc.org. I look forward to hearing from you.
Not only that, they're going to be having a series of meetings throughout the area.
Yes.
And, you might want to give them a call, put your name on that particular list. And, you can attend an in-house event that they're going to have. I know you're going to be teaming up with some of the churches also.
Yes.
The IMA here in this area here, which is the Interdenominational Ministers Alliance.
Yes.
I can remember that one.
Yes, with Pastor Barnes. Yep, Pastor
With
Barnes.
Pastor Barnes, she's on the committee, and also you're working along with the Housing Authority.
Yes.
Also, and some other people there. So it's a concerned effort to try and get home ownership to those people that sort of have not, have different, I say, ideas of home ownership, or it's an educational process more than anything that we're finding out, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm realizing, in fact, a lot of people really don't understand or really had maybe convoluted knowledge of the home buying process, because it really hasn't been made easy for people in the African American community, unfortunately.
And the other thing is that, I attended one of their sessions, and I've been in this business a long time, and one of the things that struck me was that some of the reasons that people were giving as to why they have not acquired homes is that, well, you can't pick out your neighbors. And when you're renting and you're owning, it's two different mindsets.
Absolutely.
When you own your own home, you've got to sort of shape the image of being a renter. You're the owner now.
Absolutely.
And of course, if you rent a three-family house, you might get tenants in and out. The landlord might put whoever he wants on top of you,
Right.
or underneath of you.
Right.
But that's the advantage of home ownership. You own the house.
That's it.
You don't have anybody up on the second floor running around that you don't like, because they're all your family.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Not only that, you got to realize, with home ownership, everybody in the neighborhood has the same common interests as you.
Absolutely.
They want to take care of their home. They're proud to have their house, and they want to keep their neighborhood looking nice.
Absolutely.
They don't want trash all over their neighborhoods. So it's not like you're gonna buy a house and get a neighbor next door that that's a lot of money and a lot of time and effort that person puts into that house. He's not gonna move in there and then trash it, and
right,
fall
right,
apart,
right,
and break
right.
the windows out.
Pride and ownership, pride and ownership. And like you said, it goes moving beyond the mindset of renting to owning, because unfortunately, a lot of people have gotten comfortable with the idea of renting, because if something major happens, they don't really have to worry about that repair. And I think part of it is when you understand the financial literacy aspect, you'll save, or you'll have a Lowe's card or a Home Depot card. So if a major purchase needs to occur or something has to happen, you have the resources to deal with it, as opposed to, well, let me just pick up the phone and call the landlord and hope he can get the maintenance people over here to fix it.
Well, here, you just said something.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, individuals may say, okay, I don't want to buy a house because there's repairs. If something breaks, I don't know anything about fixing this. If the furnace goes, here's the beauty of having a Habitat for Humanity home. It's brand new.
Brand new and energy
It's brand
efficient.
new.
Brand new and energy efficient.
So therefore, you're buying a home that you open that door and walk in there, you got new floors, you got new walls, you got new furniture, you got
Absolutely.
new electrical, you got new everything. And you can go in, it's like buying a new car, and you get in there, you smell the leather. And you just, you're not buying a clunker anymore.
Right.
You're driving it right off the lot.
Off the lot, yep.
So it can alleviate those fears of, what if something goes wrong, and where am I going to get the money to fix it? So I just encourage everyone out there to call you and to get involved in the Habitat for Humanity system. Meet some of the people, you have a fantastic crew. You've got Carolyn Vermont
who's
down
our
there,
CEO,
our
Valencia Goodrich, who is the Family Services Director, Kevin Moore, who's our COO, Matt Slattery, who's the supervisor of the construction crew, Josue and Layla, who are in communications and volunteer services, Christian, Jay, and Liz, who are our donors, who are in program coordination, Leo and Maribel, who are work with me in family services, and Angie, and even our CFO, John Corisano, a great crew of people to work with and very supportive. I couldn't do this work without them.
Well, see, it was like the Oscars. You just gave credits to all of the people out there that make it happen.
Absolutely.
So the difference in what I'm talking about is like if you're dealing with just buying a regular house, you got a realtor, you got a mortgage guy, you got a lawyer, but you have here with Habitat a team, a whole entire team that's going to hold your hand, bring you up, get you into that home, and they don't just let you go.
No, absolutely.
You continually, and also it becomes a family, you know, like a club that they get into,
Yes.
where they can help the next person.
Yes,
Maybe
yes.
talk a little bit about that.
Yes, some of our homeowners, and there's a recent homeowner, actually two young ladies that really come to mind. One is named Candace. She just closed on her home in January. And the Lex is a prospective homeowner, Tamara Francis, who's actually doing her building construction. Now, these two young ladies have been phenomenal ambassadors for Coastal Fairfield Habitat and our brand.
So as you can see, these are real people, real times. Today's today. This is something that we're telling you. Tell your friends, you get involved, call Eugene Gilliard so that he can talk about it, set up an appointment with him. His telephone number is right there at the bottom of the screen. They're right here, located in Bridgeport, but they're in Greater Fairfield County,
Yes.
and you're expanding out.
Yes.
So I just want to, Charles Scott, Tri-State Realty, program is called Can We Talk? I encourage everyone out there to give you a call. Maybe shout out your contact information one more time.
One last time, everyone, 475-450-4067. My email is egaillard@habitat, habitat.cfc.org. And I look forward to hearing from all of you soon.
And I want to thank you for appearing today.
Thank you for having me.
And I look forward to everyone out there calling. You have no reason not to call this gentleman right here. Even if you're not ready right now, it's a good time to start. Give him a call, give his people a call, and I highly recommend them. Again, until next week, Tri-State Realty, Can We Talk? God bless.